Sunday the 10th of November, and I'm at the Good Guys car show in Pleasanton, California. And this is always a big event. They do it a couple times a year here, I believe. Anyway, I've been to it before. It's lots of fun. A lot of really cool cars. Good Guys car show. Yeah. And a lot of muscle cars, custom hot rods from the 50s and 60s, and also, I suppose, through the 70s. We'll take a look and see. GTO, nice looking Chevy over there. And over here we got a Buick Grand National. Those were the sleepers of their day. And got the lawn over here. We got a Mustang, an El Camino. And on this side we've got the swap meet, which is great for people looking for specific things. I think I'll take a walk through that later when I'm on my way out. But that's always kind of fun to see a lot of the old parts and stuff. Here's a great 1950 Chevy Sport Coupe. Look at that. That is, could be a restoration project for somebody. Somebody has done a great job in restoring a 1964 Buick Riviera. Look at that. 1964 Buick Riviera. Classic hot rod. This looks like it's probably about a 32 Ford Coupe. We'll see. (1934) Ford. That's a classic. Here's another very well done hot rod. I don't know what that was originally. Hold on, we're going to find out. It's a custom-built Chevy 383 stroker engine. Does not say, wait a minute, we're going to find out here what it is. It's a 1937 Ford Cabriolet. Wow. Wow. That is quite a hot rod there. And this is a 1937 Chevy. Very well done. Beautiful silver color. 1937 Chevy. Let's look at the inside of that. It's a Resto mod, but it's retained a lot of it. Look at that. Probably can't see it on the video, but that's a beautiful big back seat. 1937 Chevy. 1940 Chevy. And this one looks like it's a restoration in process, or a Resto mod in process. Now, 1940, my dad talked a lot about having owned one. I don't know what model he had, but that's pretty cool. 1940 Chevrolet. All right, here we've got a C2. This one's for sale. You might be hearing a little racing around in the background. This is a 1965 327. That is really well maintained, well restored, I should say. Beautiful car. And this is a 1935 Oldsmobile. And it's a four-door sedan, but it's totally stock body with twin spare tires, but it's got definitely a different engine in it. But that's really pretty darn cool. 1935 Oldsmobile. This is a Buick. Buick 8, it's a coupe. Look at that. And that's also for sale. 1940 Buick Super 8 for sale. 20,000 or best offer. Here, if we want it later, we get cocktails and beer. And twisted cocktails and beer. I'm not sure exactly what a twisted cocktail is, but perhaps a little later I might check that out. Hey, and this is a 1934 Chevy hot rod. There we go. That was the thing back in the day, huh? And looks kind of like a ski lift, actually. Not sure where it goes. Perhaps I'll find out as I walk through here today.
Sounds like he's shifting gears down that front stretch. Michael Arley, the daily driven 2018 Camaro. .7301, great lap for Michael.
There's another fun car for sale. It's a 1953 Buick Special with an 8, newly rebuilt, 25,000 OBO. So they want to sell that. There we go. 1953 Buick. It's like a bucket tea coming up. Look at that. Look at those rear tires. Now those are wide tires. I'm not going to be breaking those loose. Let's see what it has to say for itself. It says it's a 1923 Ford with a 350 engine. That would be a fun car to drive around the neighborhood for sure. A cool thing. This is a 1958 Chevy police car from the city of Fremont. Almost looks like a movie prop. It's a 1967 Chevy C20. That has been very nicely redone. Nice upholstery. Very nice. Got a nice old style Coleman cooler in the back. That is a very nice looking Chevy truck. This Ford coming up. That's a beautifully restored Ford. Here's another one. Very cool. And yet another Ford restoration. Really cool. There we got the front end of those Fords. But he made a nice open air vehicle out of this old Chevy Blazer. Beautifully done. Look at those wheels. Those are big and shiny. Got a Resto mod interior here. Here is either a 1949 or 50 Chevy Coupe. I believe it's a Ford. I'm going to say it's a 50 for custom. This is a 1964 Ford Ranchero. That was Ford's answer to the El Camino. I believe the El Camino came out first. I think 1959 was the first year for the El Camino. I don't remember the first year of the Ford Ranchero, but there we've got a nice, beautiful 1964. And here, speaking of Fords, this looks like it was a Ford Falcon convertible. Yeah, look at that. 1965 Ford Falcon convertible. And if I'm not mistaken, that was the bones of what became the Mustang. That is very cool, really well preserved or restored. Look at that. That's really beautiful. Chevy Chevelle. This one's been modified under the hood. It's got a 502 in there. That would have originally probably been a 327 or a 396, but definitely set up. Wow, very nice. This is a 1967. This is a I'm gonna guess a 65 Malibu. I'll go take a look. 1967, I was off by a couple of years. 327 Chevy Malibu. There's the inside. Looks, except for the steering wheel, it looks pretty stock. 1967 Chevy Malibu convertible. 1951 Woody. 1951 Ford. Wow. Modified engine, but beautifully well done. Beautiful inside with all the leather seats, and the dashboard looks like it's the original configuration, but just the woody look has been extended inside. Looks like it's probably real wood. There's a Buick Grand Sport convertible at the top up, but you don't see too many of those. Buick Grand Sport, those were the sleepers. Everybody knew about the Fords and the Chevys and even the Hemis from Mopar, but the Buicks were kind of sleepers. Car from my youth. This was very similar to the Buick Special that my parents had. This is a Buick Century, which was a higher end model. Look at those wide white walls, beautiful. Buick Century with the interior. Very nice. Very nice. And of course, they don't do them anymore, but that was a characteristic of the Buick at the time, was the portholes in the side. And we got a Cadillac. Look at that dashboard of that Cadillac, huh? That looks like it's got it all covered. Four-door Cadillac, probably a Fleetwood, but I don't see anything that confirms that. 327 Chevelle convertible. 1966 it says. 1966 Chevelle. That was the car to have in its day. And there are just cars all over the place back here. There's an old C1 Corvette. I'm going to walk over and take a look at that. This looks like it's probably a 1950, it's a 1954. 22 years in storage. And so that was the second year of the Corvette. And that is pretty much the original Corvette. One would have had a Power Glide electric transmission and a 6-cylinder engine. That is very, very well maintained. I think some work's been done to restore it, but 22 years in storage, maybe not, I don't know. There's the original Corvette interior. It looks very, very small by today's standards. And look at those doors, kind of curved up. That little tiny speaker over there. What a car. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And there it is. It's a Survivor, so maybe it hasn't been worked on. It's Survivor class. All original. There you go. That's the answer. All original. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful car. Look at that. 1931 Ford Highboy, they called them, I believe. And look at that little baby. It's got probably a Chevy engine in it, I don't know, but it's definitely a V8. Oh, and it's right-hand drive. Interesting. I wonder if it was originally right-hand drive, and if it was sold in England, perhaps. 1931 Ford. All right, here's a 1957 Chevy. That's in really, really good shape. Look at that Chevy Bel Air. That is in very, very good shape. Here we've got a C2 Corvette with outside exhaust. Even though these are not all that rare, this one looks like it's been really, really taken care of and restored. Look at that interior. Beautiful, beautiful interior there. Yeah, look at that. That paint is flawless. Red striped bias ply tires. Okay, we got a couple of 1950s vintage Thunderbirds over here. One in blue that's a 1957, and this one that's kind of in a pinkish color, also a 1957. I love the interior of that. It's been really, really well maintained. 1957. That was a great year for Thunderbirds. Not the earliest ones, but one of the best. And next to it, we've got another one. This one is blue. Both of those colors I remember being official colors. And here we got the official Thunderbird emblem. Definitely a paint job. Wow. Look at that. It's an old Cadillac. Look at that. Quite the paint job on that baby, huh? That's a guy who likes his flame. Information, it's a 1949 Cadillac. It was built, not bought. Car was completely built in the driveway with very little cash. However, it was done with lots of love and many, many hours of fun work. Yep, I'll bet it is. Look at that. Here's another, I believe, 49 Cadillac. I'm not absolutely positive, but I will check when I get around in front. But that is probably what at the time would have been one of the biggest two-door vehicles ever built. Look at that. That is beautiful. Great interior. Look at that interior. Cadillac with a sun visor over the hood, over the windshield. 1959 Corvette C1. Look at that. I love the looks of those. Those were super, super classic. All right, this is a 1941 Cadillac LaSalle, it says. That's a very interesting, look at that. That was really the thing in its time. 1941, can you imagine? Look at those wide white walls, and that's a coupe. Look at that interior of this is gonna gorgeous. Look at that interior. Wow. That was when the Cadillac was the definition of high-end. Those fender skirts on there. 1941 Cadillac. Okay, we just got tons of cars here. Lots and lots of cars. Some absolutely unbelievable monster trucks over here.
Yeah.
I won't be able to do a video of everything that I want to, but we'll take a look over here and see there's a long line of cars over here. I'm not exactly sure how you would even get into that, but look at that thing. Wow. That is incredible. And there we go. Jacked up Denali. Look at that. Wow. Okay, and here's a is really something. Look at that. That is an amazing dragster. You wouldn't catch me driving that thing. Wow. Look at that. One's not enough. Here's another one. No, I wouldn't drive it. Wow. We got lots and lots of Corvettes over here. Very, very nice. Black and red C7 Grand Sport. Look at that back window. That's very cool. There's a C8. The winner's circle. That's what they're calling this one. Oh, that's the winner's circle. Got a lot of nice cars in here. And here's the other end of the Sky Ride.
For more information, visit elbrock.com today. Last we celebrate this
36 Ford. That is in extremely good condition. That is an award winner here in the winner's circle. Trophy dash. Okay, look at that. Look at that interior. Wow. That is something. And one for the classic Chevy. It's a 1956 Bel Air. Look at that. Presented to Speedway Motor Works. Home built trophy. Look at that. It's got the flathead mill in it. 1932 Ford
Throttle real quick.
3-window
The
coupe.
RPMs will tend to drop real low. You don't want to come back up. If you slow it down at the last second, it smooths out the transition.
Is a 1961 Pontiac Bonneville.
All right, across the good guys stage. Hey, folks, don't forget, we got professional horse racing.
Wow. Let's try it that way. And the interior of this 1961 Bonneville. That's a 1930 Plymouth 3-0. And there we go with that Plymouth emblem. It's called Period Perfect. It's a 1932 Ford hot rod, and I would have to agree with that assessment. That is the hot rod of choice for many, many years. A Period Perfect 1932 Ford. Okay, this is the good guys staff pick. All right, look at that. Okay, that's pretty normal. That's pretty much what they did look like. I don't see any modifications made to this one. That's a beautiful vehicle. '48 Ford Coupe. And looks like a '56 Chevy here. There's a beautiful 396 Camaro. That has really, really been maintained very well. Camaro convertible with a 396 engine. And that is a 1968 Chevy, a 1937 Chevrolet. 1937 Chevy. Look at that. That's cool. That back seat, huh? All right, another 1937. Pops 37. I don't know who Gary is, but this is the winner of Gary's pick. This is a 51 Ford. 51 Ford Coupe that has been really customized. The doors off it. He calls it Sinister. And there's the interior. Wouldn't be a good guy's car show or an old cars. car show without a good old Roadrunner 383. The Mopar Classic. Look at that. That is the Plymouth Roadrunner. $383. And check out the Roadrunner on the antenna. All right, a 1957 Chevy. For a long time, those were the classics. And they still really are. I think of all the Chevys ever built, at least in the modern age, meaning post-war, I think the 57 still holds its own. Got a Studebaker pickup truck here, Sinclair service, since 1947. I wonder if that's a 1947 Studebaker. It might be. Says that it is a 1947 Studebaker. This is pretty cool. kind of a little bit like a trailer park back in the days. That's fun.
Polished tip.
I don't have, dude, I got no glass on the side. How many miles it is from Lafayette? You know, I should have looked this one. So what happened was yesterday, a guy said, we only have a 30-minute drive.
And that pretty much looks like probably what a bootlegger's car might have looked like. Look at that. Stripped down to nothing but going fast. There's another Plymouth Roadrunner. Classic 389 GTO. All right, well, that's it for today, Sunday, November the 10th. And this was the Good Guys Car Show in Pleasanton, California. A lot of fun, a lot of cars, many, many more cars than I was able to video. And but I hope you enjoyed this. And please like and subscribe. Have a great day.